Hi Gemini, welcome to your March 2024 energy reading. My name is Kimberly from the Path Illuminated. If you are returning, thank you for your support. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on when I post new content here. Gemini, I hope you are doing well. As I'm recording this, it is March 1st. We are still in the midst of Pisces season. This is the Earth Magic Tarot, and I'm going to get going right away here with your message. So thank you, angels, spirits, and guides, for the most relevant messages for my Geminis at this time, Spirit. Okay. All right. Okay, Gemini. So I feel like March, you are struggling with overthinking. You are struggling with, Eight of Swords is mental entrapment. It's, in some ways, can be a bit of self-sabotage in a mental capacity, right? Whether it is worries, fears, self-doubt, it's like analysis paralysis. It's like overthinking to the point of being so overwhelmed with what you have to do, with what your options are, with, what needs to get accomplished that you feel like you can't do anything. And it is a card of air, right? And, maybe this Pisces season has been really overwhelming for you. Like I said, we are in Pisces season. We do have a new moon in Pisces coming up on March 10th. We're going to have Venus in Pisces on March 11th. And on March 27th, Mars is going to be in Pisces. So maybe for you in particular, Gemini, the emotional waters cause you to overthink, right? The emotions that you're feeling may trigger your overthinking, your analysis paralysis. It's to the point of like being so afraid of making a wrong move or making a mistake that you just don't do anything, right? Definitely feeling that energy for you in the beginning of March. Knight of Coins, all of the knights are cards of action, but the Knight of Coins is typically seen as the slowest card, the slowest knight in the tarot deck, right? It is an earth energy, and it is a knight that really wants to make sure that they have everything available to them before they go out on their quest, before they move forward. So it's interesting because I do like the Knight of Coins, but with this Eight of Swords energy, it's definitely giving, you're very, very worried about making a false move. You're worried about making a mistake. You're worried about not considering all of the variables, right? It's like feeling as if you need to plan for everything that could possibly go wrong before you make a move. And our ego, right? I'm not one of those people that believes that in killing the ego, and just generally speaking, I'd say if a spiritual person tells you that, they shouldn't be trusted. We need our ego, but our ego is actually pretty primitive. In this day and age, in this reality, in this matrix, we have been programmed and taught to overemphasize our intellect and the mind, and we start to trust our egoic mind over our intuition, over our wisdom, right? And our ego is there to protect us. Its only mechanism really is survival. So it's very, very limited, which is why, overvaluing our intellect over our emotions, over our intuition, over our wisdom is typically what causes overthinking, analysis paralysis, anxiety, right? And I feel like in your mind, you're like, well, I'm just trying to be prudent. I'm trying to be smart about the move that I make. King of Swords for me, though, is like, this is the universe saying, like, you're going to have to trust yourself at some point, right? It's like, it's okay to want to be smart about how you move forward, right? And Gemini, all of you are going to be different. This is a general reading, not a personal reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, I will link my details below. Click the link for my website if you want to book a one-on-one with me. King of Swords is like, you're going to have to trust yourself. You're going to have to trust your intelligence, your intuition. You're going to be called to step into your own authority. At some point, you're going to have to make a move. You can't just sit there thinking about how, when, what, why forever, right? At some point, it's almost self-sabotaging, but you have an opportunity to come out of this. And this is, I think it's interesting because there's like a little like spaceship here. And there's also a lot of water back here. So it's like, for me, this is coming from a grounded place of trusting your intuition and your intellect, but understanding that there is something deeper. There's a deeper resource within you. There is something magical that is available to you that is beyond the human mind in your intuition. It may be a little bit spooky. Maybe there are ideas that are coming to you, right, that are really out of the box, and that's what's causing you to overthink, especially like with this. And, you know, we are in Pisces season, but we had that Pluto move into Aquarius on January 20th, and you know, it's having a big effect on our minds and the way that we think about the world around us. And maybe this self-doubt is coming as a result that you've been having ideas that you didn't expect, that maybe seem very out there, that seem alien to you, that you're like, where did that thought come from, right? Maybe you're just not used to your mind intuition working this way. But there's definitely Three of Coins, something that you're wanting to build, and you have an opportunity to do that if you can get out, right, of this analysis paralysis and start to trust that you've done enough research. You've spent enough time thinking about all of the ways things could go wrong. And now there's going to come a point where it's like, now is the time to start to invest in whatever it is you're trying to build. So I don't know if this is like a new business venture or like a side hustle or a creative project at work, right? Or maybe like you're wanting to step up and apply for a different role in the company you're at, ask for a raise or a promotion. But you have to trust that you're the King of Swords. You can sit over here in analysis paralysis and overthinking all day and be like, oh, well, you know, I'm just trying to make sure that I have everything that I need in order to take this step forward. But like the universe is saying to me through this card that you are the King of Swords, and it's time for you to invest what you have, your knowledge, your wisdom, your leadership into something new. You have an opportunity to build this month. Four of Swords, you may need to rest, and that might be a challenge for you, Gemini. And resting isn't overthinking, because there is a lot of sword energy here, but it's like actually rest. Like if you are feeling overwhelmed with your ideas, if you're feeling overwhelmed with analysis paralysis, if you're questioning who you are and what you're capable of, ask yourself what's going on in your body. I'm also like just really drawn to, you know, the structures that are being shown in his body, right? The veins and the muscular structure here and the connection to the mind. Is it like if you are too much in your head, you may be neglecting your body. You might need a nap. You may need to take a step back. Maybe it's like, I wonder if this doubt, this fear, this overthinking, if this is like a new business venture or putting your hat in the ring for a raise or a leadership position at work, Gemini, I wonder if you're worried that you're not going to have time for yourself and you're not going to have time to rest. And what I would say is make that commitment to yourself, that no matter what you're moving towards or going to invest in, that you're still going to take the time for yourself to rest and to rejuvenate and to have healthy boundaries about how it is that you are spending your time. Seven of Coins for me is advice and it could be about this situation, right? be sober about what you've been working on, what you've been investing in, and whether or not it's actually bearing fruit. Like, if you have been at this company for a long time, are you overthinking because you are afraid to leave, but you have all of the knowledge and the wisdom to potentially apply for another job elsewhere? Is this a situation where you've been doubting yourself because you want to start this new business opportunity and you need to be sober and realistic about the fact that if you continue in this current company and this current job or career path, that like you're never going to actually get to where you want to go? Does that make sense? It's like, instead of doubting yourself and letting your fear and your anxiety keep you in analysis paralysis, you can take a very realistic approach and just analyze. Are you getting a return on your investment? And based on that real world data, that should help you make a more logical decision, right? Like, you don't need to necessarily know everything, but you should be realistic. Queen of Coins and the Chariot. I feel like there is going to be an offer for you to move forward. This Queen of Cups could be a boss, could be a potential business partner. And let me just say, there is no gender in tarot. We all have feminine and masculine energies. This could also be you, because I'm just thinking, right, that like, it's like trusting your wisdom, your intellect, how far you've come, and these ideas. I feel like you've been doubting your ideas about what you're wanting to invest in, again, because they're so alien to you. Maybe you're just not used to the type of creative ideas that are coming. But Queen of Coins is like a really grounded earth energy. And with this King of Swords energy, I'm feeling like you have an opportunity to really manifest something that's going to be not just creative, but abundant for you. And you're going to be able to have everything that you need, but you have to acknowledge what's not actually working first, right? And maybe, again, that's been part of the Eight of Swords energy and this Knight of Coins, is that like you've been doing something a certain way for so long that it's easier for you to doubt your wisdom, your intuition, and how far you've come and what you know to be true. And you want to be smart about where you're investing your time, energy, and resources. You're afraid of not having the time for yourself, but like, I do feel like if you can be really sober and realistic about whatever the situation is, whether it's like, let's say you're at this particular company and you've been here for however long you've been there, maybe like you've been doubting applying for a leadership position or transferring to another team. Or like I was saying earlier, it could be like maybe this career path, maybe this company, it's time to either start a new business or to apply for another job outside of that. And I do think it's going to be very abundant for you. It's just about you understanding that if you can acknowledge where things have, where your work has not been bearing fruit, it's going to start to become clear to you where you can really invest your time, energy, and resources to come to a very grounded place where you're going to be able to, use your intelligence and your wisdom and your intellect to really manifest what you need, the money that you need, the stability that you need. And Chariot, definitely. So Chariot, card of Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. I think like we have a new moon in Pisces on March 10th. I definitely would work with this new moon, especially we have a lunar eclipse coming up in Libra on March 25th. Depends on the astrologer you talk to, and I'm definitely not an astrologer. And then we also have Mercury retrograde on April 1st. So I think that this new moon in Pisces, especially if you've been stuck in analysis paralysis, set some intentions for clarity. Ask the universe to help you get over your self-doubt and your fear, and be willing to see yourself and the situation for exactly what it is, right? So that you can come up with a creative approach to manifest an abundant opportunity for you. You are going to start to feel the momentum forward, but this is about you learning to trust yourself, coming into balance again with this King of Swords and this King of Swords and Queen of Coins. This is like coming into balance within yourself, right? And learning how to bring your ideas to reality. But it's only going to happen as a result of you actually, don't overthink it. Just look at the data, right? And that's going to help you if you're having any self-doubt right now. If this is resonating for you, Gemini, like the video. I'd love to know how this is showing up for you. I'm definitely very curious. If you want to book a personal with me, click the link below for my website where you can get all the details on my offerings. I'm going to clarify with the Modern Witch Tarot. You angel spirits and guides, can give you some further insights here. 10 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you may be struggling to let go of a situation that has it's needed to end. Whether this is a job, a career path, working on a particular team at your company, and you've just been doing this for so long, I feel like, Gemini. You've been operating this way for so long. You're used to questioning yourself. Maybe there's some gaslighting going on within this team you're working on or this company. Maybe it's just like the fear of the unknown, of doing something different. You're definitely, I think, at the beginning of March going to be struggling to let that go, and with the doubt and fear. But you have an opportunity to start to move forward as we move towards Aries season. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So this is like, right, this is basically the same card. Here it's called Knight of Coins, but it's upright. I said, right, it's the slowest card in the deck. We've got Knight of Pentacles, but in reverse. So you are going to start to feel that ability to move forward. You are going to get clarity. And it's just as a result of you being clear that like you're like playing mind games with yourself. And as soon as you're willing to see the truth of the situation, whether it's seeing you for how far you've come, how wise you are, whether it's acknowledging that this is not working, whether you're finally acknowledging that, you know, you've been taken advantage of at this company, right? They're expecting you to burn the midnight oil, right? They're not giving you the raise or the promotion, and it's time for you to look for something different, but you're afraid of that. Just acknowledging that fear will start to alleviate some of the overwhelm that you've been feeling, Gemini. Thank you, angel spirits and guides. Six of Cups. For me, Six of Cups is about inner child healing. This is a very beautiful card. This for me is like, right, you see this adult giving this child a cup full of, I don't know what it is, but something sweet. This is like getting over any of that self-doubt that you may have, that it's like you do know better. You can trust yourself. And maybe because of your programming, your childhood, you've been programmed to doubt yourself, to doubt your intelligence, to doubt your intuition, to trust your gut instincts, to doubt your wisdom, right? And this is like, even in those moments where you're afraid to do something different, you can say to yourself, look, I understand why you're afraid. This is the way we've always done things. This is the way we're expected to do things, but I am here now. I am an adult. I have all of this wisdom. I have all of this experience. We can do something different. We can invest in. We can apply for a different job at a different company. We can apply for a leadership role because we're no longer meant to be an individual contributor. We have something, right, to offer to either this team or another company, right? And you get to trust yourself. It doesn't matter if you've been taught not to trust yourself. You have an opportunity to heal that part of you that allows fear and self-doubt and worry to keep you in analysis paralysis and afraid to move forward. Queen of Swords and the Emperor in reverse. So this is like, oh, just dropped this card on the floor. For me, this is like learning how to speak up for yourself. This is the Ice Queen. This is like knowing that sometimes you just have to speak the truth no matter how blunt it is. This is being clear about your boundaries. This is being clear about what's not working, right? If you are applying for a job, this is being clear about, you know, what your boundaries are, what your terms and conditions are, and being clear, the Emperor in reverse, that you're not going to kill yourself for a job. You have something to contribute, but it's like this idea of, I can do 4 hours of work in 1 hour because I have X amount of years of experience. I don't need to prove myself, Emperor in reverse, anymore. I know who I am, Queen of Swords, and I'm going to be very clear about that I have something to invest, and you're going to treat me with respect. You're going to pay me what I deserve. You're going to give me the title that I'm asking for because I know that I'm grounded. I know who I am, and I don't have to prove myself to you, right? It's like people will use that like fear, that self-doubt against you to get you to overextend yourself. And this is like being clear that you're not doing that anymore. Whether you're applying for a leadership role at your current company, or whether you're applying for a new job or starting a new business, you're like, no, I know who I am. These are my boundaries. These are my terms and conditions. I'm not going to be a workaholic anymore. I'm not going to burn the midnight oil. I'm not going to exasperate myself and kill myself when I already know who I am. You know who I am, or you wouldn't be offering this to me, right? You wouldn't even be considering me for this position. I'm going to rest when I need to rest. I'm going to take time off when I need to take time off. I don't have to prove to you that I'm this good worker bee, the Empress. This is, again, knowing who you are, card of Taurus, grounded, creative, fertile. This is like learning to trust your gifts, Gemini. This is knowing that everything that is meant for you is going to come towards you. And it's in this, like, the fact that it's on top of the Four of Swords, and we were just talking about boundaries, it's like, trusting who you are means knowing that you get to, again, right, take the time that you need to rest, take the time that you need to take care of yourself, because that's how you're going to find your stability in this new season of your life. This is knowing that you don't have to kill yourself in order to provide for yourself, even though, right, the dominant cultural narrative would tell us otherwise because they want to take advantage of us. This is like, no, I know who I am. I know my value. I know my worth. I'm allowed to rest when I need to. I don't have to kill myself, right? Like I am. And this is also how you attract, right? Whether it's business partners, job opportunities, or, you know, romantic partners, it's in knowing who you are and trusting that, right? Like getting out of this overthinking, getting out of this self-doubt to this Empress energy so that you can really start to live the life that you are meant to live. Seven of Coins clarified by the Knight of Cups. Follow your heart, trust your intuition. If something's not working out, if the job's not working out, if the career path's not working out, follow your heart. It may be the opposite of, again, what you've been taught to do, Gemini, but there's something deep within your soul that you have that you want to follow. Follow where your heart is leading you, right? Follow your where you know you can contribute the most. And it's going to be in getting out of your head and into your heart. Let's see if this message is resonating for you, Gemini. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a message below. Let me know how this is showing up for you. Two of Wands. Yeah, you're going to have some options. And again, I do think that like this is tapping into your Empress energy, following your heart. You're going to have some choices to make, whether it's to stay or go, right? whether it's to apply for a higher position at your current job, or to strike out on your own, or to apply for another job. This is also fire energy. So again, I'm getting trust your heart. Trust where you know that you're going to be valued and that they're not going to try to take advantage of you, right? Like, there's something better there for you that's going to be very abundant. But it's leaning into this feminine energy of like knowing that part of, you know, where you are in life right now has come as a result of you already having proven yourself, right? And it's okay for you to trust yourself and to have that confidence. You don't need to apologize for your confidence. You have options. So don't forget that. You are not stuck unless you believe you're stuck. So I'm definitely getting that. You are not stuck where you are now unless you believe that. There is a lot available to you if you can just tap into the confidence within you. Remember all of the things you've done to get here. Remember how far you've come. Remember all of the obstacles you overcome in the past. The Magician, you have everything that you need to manifest this. It's just about you trusting that. Other people can say whatever they want. Companies can say what they want. Managers can say what they want. Friends can say what they want. Family can say what they want. But you need to know who you are. You have a lot of options, you have a lot of tools, you have a lot of resources, and you have a lot of gifts. And this month, Gemini, you have an opportunity to manifest something really beautiful for yourself that I think you've been doubting if it's worth, if you're worth it, but you are. So it's just a matter of you getting out of your own way and no longer listening to the naysayers or the self-doubt or the ego that wants to keep you stuck in fear, right? It's like you really tapping into your magic. Definitely would recommend, again, that you utilize this new moon in Pisces on March 10th. You know, let go of your self-doubt, let go of your fear, let go of the judgments of others or what people are going to say or do. You get to be happy. You get to decide what you're worth. You get to enforce your boundaries. You get to set the terms and conditions, right? All right, Gemini, hope these messages resonated and are supportive. If they are, please leave me a comment below. If you want to book a personal, click the link below to my website. That's the only way you can book a personal with me. I am going to close this reading out with a card from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle. All right, we have live in the moment. What you are looking for is with you. All right, let me just look this up in the book really quick. Thank you for being here, Gemini. I appreciate you. Be drunk, for you know not whence you came nor why. Stay drunk, for you know not why you go nor where. Omar Khayyam. A soft voice is reminding you that what you are looking for is already within you. The Magician. It wants you to open your hand and see what you already hold in it. There is no need to wait to see what will happen. All you have ever longed for is here in this moment right now. Let go of your clever schemes and be the beauty you are. Let joy change you into an expanding universe. Surrender into the marvelous aliveness you feel and let the sun anoint you with its light. Omar Khayyam likens the state of being lost in love to being drunk with feeling beyond time and place. He reminds you to benefit from your own life-giving creative power rather than focusing on past concerns. Living in the moment means utilizing all your senses and staying in the experience of how it feels. By concentrating your attention on the present, you are better able to live each moment as it happens. You will have the opportunity to recharge, renew, and learn to use your energy to enjoy whatever it is you are doing in each moment. Dear one, when you are more positive and optimistic in the present, you live and experience your life rather than thinking about it. You will be open to the possibility of a much more positive and promising future. Your relationships will be more satisfying, for these changes can heighten your self-esteem and make you more open to the truth. The message is to live your life to the fullest, to make every moment count, and do it now. Be more spontaneous. Your mantra is, I will not let yesterday crowd out today, and I will not let fear of tomorrow dominate my actions and thoughts. I am determined to live more consciously and fully experience each moment as it comes. I love that for you, Gemini. I hope the messages resonated. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.